So here she is, we've picked her up. It is a factory backwards compatible PlayStation 3. As you can see, she's in pretty rough shape. We've got it plugged up to the TV via power and HDMI. We're now going to see what happens when we turn this console on. So let's go ahead and do that. Here it goes. Oh no, okay. So it's instantly turning off and now it's flashing red. Let's have another look. Yellow light. Okay, so it looks like this has a yellow light of death. Let's take it apart and let's see what we can find. Hello, we're going to be disassembling this thing and seeing if we can bring it back to life. I don't think we're going to be able to, but we're going to give it a go anyway because why not? So here is a slightly concerning part. Someone has done up these screws which force down the thermal paste from the heat sinks onto the CPU and the RSX chip. Someone has forced these down so much to the point where I can't even really get these off. I'm gonna try, but these are really, really bad. So here is the fan itself. It's actually not too bad. It looks like it's been cleaned recently. Okay, so we did manage to actually get off the motherboard, which was very difficult. Now I've got some isopropyl alcohol. I'm going to use a cotton bud. And I'm just going to absorb all that. Okay, so I've just removed all the thermal paste from my fingers. That was an absolute nightmare. I'm going to show you guys how much thermal paste you actually need to add. That is all the thermal paste you really need. It's a small pea-sized amount. So unfortunately, after all that time deconstructing, cleaning everything out, replacing the thermal paste, having a look at all the components, this is the result of all that time. Still the same thing, unfortunately. Yeah, yellow light of death. The only good thing about this situation is that at least I've got one I can sell for parts, or if there's a fix in the future, but it's not all bad because I've got a working white model Japanese exclusive PlayStation 3 that is modded with a whole bunch of games, so at least I've got this. Hey guys, so after doing a whole bunch of research, watching RIP Felix's video on the yellow light of death for the PlayStation 3, I think that this is going to be too difficult for me to do, so I'm not going to be pursuing doing stuff like relidding and like the solder balls and like all this shit that looks way too hard for me to play PlayStation 2 games on a PS3 with a HD connection, which is essentially the reason why I wanted to do it. For now, I'm just going to stick to the two PlayStation 3s. I've got the Slim here and also the fat model, which I've got a hard drive in, but I did want to have it so I had just one single console that would play everything, but we're just going to have to stick to this one playing PlayStation 3, and then these for PS2. So it's a bit of a compromise, but yeah, it's not going to be worth it for me.